Hey, it's Keith at Trades Education Center, and we're back for a Workforce Wednesday. And again, like I said on the other most recent videos for Tool and Tech Tuesday and Journeyman Monday, I'm moving to a little bit longer format so that I can talk a little bit more and go a little bit more in depth just to get past a soundbite, if you will. For this first longer format, Workforce Wednesday, I wanted to talk about entry-level positions in the trades. Now, I have a good bit of knowledge of this from opening the trade school on the plumbing side, but it's the same in all the trades. So let's talk about that. Some of the things that we're seeing out there right now are that the trades are having a hard time finding people that have any experience, right? Which is really difficult to get someone up and running with little to no experience. The other part that some of the companies are running into, and this is not all, but some of what they're running into with the 18 to 25-year-old range currently is some of the expectations that the 18 to 25-year-old market, some of the expectations they have in terms of pay, in terms of time, all those types of things. So if you're in that 18 to 25-year-old age bracket and you're looking to get into the trades, I'm talking to you. Also, if you're the parent of an 18 to 25-year-old trying to get into the skilled trades, I'm talking to you as well. Y'all need to know what's expected, and y'all need to know kind of where someone with little to no experience in the skilled trades, where you should see yourself when you go to get that first job or even your second or third job in the skilled trades when you have little to no experience. And this, I'm not going to say anything different than what we taught to our apprentices about here at the trade school. First things first, if you're going into the trades with little to no experience, remember that you have little to no experience or knowledge. Don't act like you do. You need to go in with a mindset of listening more than speaking. As again, I've said before, I'm a recovering middle school teacher, and that's something I talk to my students about all the time. We have two ears and one mouth. We should all use them in proportion. So, especially when you're brand new to a career field or an industry, you need to listen at least twice as much as you speak. And again, I'll relate it back to my teaching career. I was even an 8-year veteran teacher when I got to work with a new set of teachers teaching 8th grade social studies. And we had, weekly or monthly meetings as 8th grade social studies teachers. The first meeting that I sat in on, this is my first year teaching 8th grade social studies. I sit down in that meeting, and right before it starts, a veteran teacher sitting in front of me who retired probably 2-3 years after that. So he'd been doing it a while and was really good. Right before the meeting starts, he turns around and says, "Dorton, keep your mouth shut and listen." I wasn't exactly 22. Like I was, 30 something years old at the time, but I had been brought into a highly successful, well-functioning group of professionals. They were really good at what they did. They were probably the most successful, at least their student performance was the best in that school. And I knew if I wanted to do well with this group, I needed to do exactly what they said. And so that first year, I did my best to listen and not speak. And he knew that I should, because when you don't know a lot, you need to listen more so that you learn. That is when you're getting that first job or your second or third job. And again, when you're not a veteran yet, when you don't know much yet, your first job is to watch, pay attention, and learn so that you can get to the place of being that veteran that can teach someone else what you do. So, first things first, don't assume that you know anything, because you don't. Go in with a mindset that you're there to listen, to watch, and to learn. So that's number one. Second, Again, I'm speaking to my 18 to 25-year-old friends out there that are trying to get in the skilled trades. Second thing I would tell you is don't expect a paycheck on day one. You haven't earned anything yet. I know that's hard to hear, especially when you have, starting jobs out there that are making $15, $20 an hour. Even still, you haven't earned that paycheck yet. So don't go in asking for an advance on that first paycheck because you've got a bill to pay. I get that, but you haven't earned it yet. Earn that first paycheck. Work hard, right? Okay, so that's number one. Watch, learn, and listen. Pardon me. Number two, don't expect a paycheck on day one. Third, do everything you're asked to do legally. Do everything you're asked to do and then some. Again, I'm going to go back to experiences I had in my career. My internship when I was in college, I had an editor, took a sticky note, and first week I was there as an intern. Sticky note, put a little dot on the paper. He put a circle around the dot, another circle around that circle, and another circle around that circle. And so it's a dot and concentric circles going out like a ripple. And he told me, all right, Dorton, here's what you need to know about every job you'll ever have. He said, if the job description requires that dot in the middle, he said, and you give them that dot, you give them the next circle outside of it, you give them the next circle outside of that. He said, if you do that with every job you ever get, then you will never have to look for a job. People will want you to come work for them. And he wasn't wrong. He was absolutely correct. In every experience that I've had, if I'm willing to go that extra, go beyond the job description, and you all know what I'm talking about. You've been in situations where somebody says, well, that's not my job. Well, that's the type of mindset that's not going to grow. Be the person that says, they didn't tell me that this is part of the job, but I'm doing it anyway. So do the extra. It's not going to take a whole lot to stand out these days when it comes to work ethic. So number one, listen, watch, and pay attention, right? Second was don't expect a paycheck on day one. And third, go the extra mile. Go the extra mile. It's not, you might think that you don't like the person you work for, but go the extra mile. Even if the only thing you get out of it is learning how to go the extra mile and building that resilience, that's worth it in and of itself. So that's number three. Number four. I think number four would be don't always be looking for the next opportunity so much that you don't see the opportunity in front of you. I'll let that sit for a second. Let me restate that one more time. Don't be looking so much for the next opportunity that you miss the opportunity that you're in the middle of right now. Don't miss it. So pay attention to the job you have right now. Exhaust every option you have to make it better. And then if nothing comes of it, okay, now maybe it's time to move on, right? So put in the effort to make the best of every job you're in. You will find that you will have people that want to keep you, or you will have people that come and see what you're doing and want to hire you. I know that's not always the case, but it's pretty dependable that is the case. So for this Workforce Wednesday, speaking to my 18 to 25-year-old friends out there, again, as you're getting into the trades, we've always said it, they're not easy to get into and they're not easy to stay in unless you have certain qualities. And these are some of them right here. Watch, listen, and learn. Don't expect a paycheck on day one. What was the third one already? Go the extra mile, right? Go the extra mile. And second, pay attention to the opportunity in front of you. Always. And that's what I have for Workforce Wednesday. Thanks for hanging in there for a little bit of an extra long kind of session here with Workforce Wednesday. You guys have a great one.